To start this look, I'm going to use my Makeup Forever Step 1 Radiance Primer with my hands. I'm just buffing this all over into my skin to give myself a nice glow. And I'm going to be using this Doll 10 electric brush. I don't even know, I've never used it, but a friend of mine gave it to me and I decided to try it. It was really hilarious and I just decided to go for it. I'm using my Cover FX Natural Finish foundation and I'm dropping a few of the skin cover drops from Cover FX also into it to darken it up a little bit. And I'm just using this brush to buff it in. I actually kind of liked the brush. It was pretty weird and it definitely is kind of tedious, but the finish is really pretty. I just kind of held it over my skin and let it do its work because it's literally spinning. So it was pretty funny, but it actually ended up working pretty well. Then I'm just going to take a damp beauty blender and I'm just going to make sure everything is blended and I get any excess product off. Then I'm going to go straight to my eyes. First, prime your lid with whatever eye primer you want to use. Then you're going to take a warm transition tone. This is Creme Brulee by Geek Cosmetics and I'm using a MAC 127 to buff this all over the crease. I'm going to take it pretty high and pretty far inside. Also take a little bit of the color and make sure to buff it onto your lid. Don't go all the way down, but just the top of your lid. Then you're going to take the color and concentrate it on the inner corner of your eye, close to your brow bone. In the picture she had, it was pretty warm towards the inner portion of her eye. To deepen up the crease, I'm going to pick up Geek Cosmetics Cocoa Bear, and I am going to use a smaller, more tapered crease brush to build the color in the inner corner, just like I did with the other tone. This is just going to deepen it up a little bit and add a little definition to your crease. So even though you're going to start to concentrate the color on the inner corner, you're going to take it throughout the entire crease to the outer portion of your eye. And just make sure that inner corner is pretty dark. This is a pretty red-brown color, so you really want to just build it up and make sure to keep everything blended as you go. So now I want to come in with a bronze that is a little more shimmery, so I'm picking up Glamorous by Geek and a flat brush, and I'm just going to start to pack it onto my lid. It should be pretty empty, there shouldn't be much color down there. So really just start to build the color until you have a nice bronze tone all over your lid from inner to outer corner. To up the smoke factor, I'm going to take a deeper brown color. This is Mocha by Geek also, and I am just using a small concentrated brush to build up the color on the outer V of my eye, and then just to smoke out the lash line a little bit with that same deep brown tone. We are going to deepen it up a little bit later, but for now, just lay down a nice wash of brown and then blend it all out with one of your blending brushes. So to add a little bit more pizzazz to this look, I'm going to take Sequin by ColourPop Cosmetics. It's a rose tone gold color, and with one of those little wands that come in your eyeshadow kits, I am going to just press it on to the inner portion of my eye. So just the inner corner of the lid, you're going to put this all over where you put that bronze, but not quite out to the dark brown. So this is going to add a little bit of glow, a little bit of sparkle, and it's going to open up your eyes a little bit from all of the dark tones that we've already put on there. With any smoky eye, you're going to probably get some fallout, so just make sure to keep dusting away anything that's fallen on your cheeks in the meantime. And I kind of forgot that I had to do my concealer, and I actually started to put Cocoa Bear on the bottom lash line, but you should actually hold off, and we're going to go back to concealer and come back to the bottom of the eyes. So I am using this Tarte 12-Hour Creaseless Concealer, and I am just heavily applying it to my under eyes. Kim Kardashian has a really bright under eye and really strong contour. So today I wanted to keep my under eyes very, very bright, so I used a lighter concealer and came back in with the Nars Creamy Concealer in Ginger to darken it up a little bit. I don't want it to be too harsh. So then I am just going to take my damp beauty blender and make sure to blend everything out. You want to make sure this is seamless, especially since we have a lot of product on there. You want to make sure to do a good blend so that it doesn't look cakey. So now I'm going to go to finish off the eyes. I'm going to start by highlighting my brow with Geek Shimma. This is a really kind of shimmery, bright white shadow, and I just wanted to brighten up under the brow line. So now that we are done with that, we are going to line our eyes. You're going to line the top of your lash line with a dark brown eyeliner. This has a little bit of shimmer to it. It's by Stila, and you want to make sure to line close to the lash line, and then also line the inner corner of your eye. You should use a really thin brush because it can be hard to get in there, but you just want to make sure to line the entire inner corner of your eye. And then I'm going to smoke out the bottom with a little bit of Cocoa Bear, and then go back into Mocha, which is that dark brown, to smoke out the bottom lash line as well. I am just using that same applicator to kind of blend everything out and add a little bit of darkness there. You want to make sure to be careful and not get any shadow in your eye, but you want to take that same thin applicator or whatever brush you have to smoke out that inner corner. It's kind of important for this because Kim Kardashian doesn't have a super bright inner corner of her eye. It was pretty smoky. So just make sure to smudge out that line a little bit with that dark brown shadow. Next up, take your black eyeliner and also line your eye. You're going to be going over the brown liner that you laid out, but that should be nice and smudged, so it's going to give it a really cool smoky look. I did a really tiny wing. It's not even a wing, it's just thicker on the outside of the eye. Then I'm just going to smudge it out with that same smudge brush. This is just going to create that subtle smoky eye that kind of just blends out from the lash line. Then I'm going to take the same black liner and line the bottom of my lash line. I line this all the way from the inner tear duct to the outer portion of my eye until it meets with the top eyeliner. Then I'm going to also smudge that out with the same brush that we've been using. Ouch. And after that, pick up a little bit of matte black eyeshadow. This is Corrupt by Makeup Geeks, and just use it to further blend out that black eyeliner. You want it to be nice and smoky, not super defined. Then with the same brown eyeliner I just lined my waterline, my bottom waterline, for a little more drama. So now we're going to come back to highlighting and contouring, which Kim is known for. I'm using one of my favorite highlight pencil things. This is by Senna. It's called Light Tricks, and it has hyaluronic acid in it, so it goes on very smoothly and looks very much like your regular skin. So I would just use a cream product to brighten the center of your face, and then I'm going to come in with a contour stick. This is by Tarte, called the Sculptor, and I am just going to sculpt out my face. She is very sculpted, as we all know, and I'm not going to do it as heavy as she does, but I am just using this to sculpt out my cheekbones, around my temples, my nose, and under my chin, and I'm just using a beauty blender to blend out the highlight tone, and then I'm going to come in with a nice long flat brush to blend out that contour shade. I really like to just press the contour into the skin to first start to blend it and take off any extra product, and then I come in and blend it all out. After all of that is said and done, I'm going to take a matte powder by Rimmel, and I'm just going to press this under my eyes to keep everything nice and set, and so it does not start to grease on me, since we are going to be adding a lot of products on here. Now for that bronze glow, I'm taking my Makeup Forever Sculpting Duo, I believe is what it's called. This is the number 2, and I am just going to bronze up my face. I added a lot of bronzer with this look, I'm not going to lie, but the good thing about this bronzer is it's supposed to be like a gel, so it doesn't have a powder-like consistency, so it goes on very lightly, and even if you have to add or layer a lot of bronzer, it doesn't look insane. For that Kim K glow, I am using Nars Albatross to highlight the top of my cheekbones. This is a really pretty color because it looks very white, but it goes on as a gold shimmery color and looks so pretty on the skin. I haven't used this in a while, and I really loved the way that it looked. I just placed this on the top of my cheekbones, on my nose, and on my Cupid's bow. So you want to come in with a peach toned blush just so you don't take away from the bronze glowiness of the whole look. This is called Epic, and it's by Tarte. So onto the lips, I decided to go with a MAC lipstick called Shanghai Spice, but it ended up being a little bit too pink. So I came in with another nude shade, which is very nude. It's called Closed Contact. And after that, I grabbed my NYX lip liner. This is called Nude Pink, and I just gave a little definition on the outside of my lips and finished everything off with a nude gloss by NYX also. So I will list all that in the down bar. In the Instagram picture, Kim's lashes were very wispy, so I opted for these Koko Lashes Misha. These are probably some of my favorite lashes. I love the way they look. They just barely tip out from your normal lashes. But if you don't have these lashes, you can also use medium length individual lashes, and it will have the same effect as these.